far.
You see Portland towards the end there, but they are trying to right the ship. The best start in program history at that 12-0, and this would be a huge win for them, not only for their confidence, but just moving forward back on path for where they want this program to go this season.
Volleyball is such a delicate sport, and momentum shifts happen all of the time. At some point, BYU is going to get into a weird situation and feel that pressure. It will happen. It always does. It's just a matter of if today is that day. Here we go. Set number 1. Underway in the Smith Fieldhouse, and it will go as an ace. That ball floated on Sydney Martindale. She got caught in no man's land, not knowing what to do with it. And a good start for Portland.
Schwann is one of those players that comes in, great serve. It's a float serve, kind of floats back and forth, so it's hard to read.
Kenzie Schwann again. Martindale handles it this time. Epic backstep knighting through the block, and BYU has tied it up.
One thing Epic has done very well this season for BYU is bring in the middles early and get them going. Right here, you're going to see Knighting. She's hitting on the right side. Does a good job finding the seam, open court.
Kiani Moiai into serve, and she is a service specialist for BYU. And that is mishit by Portland's Izzy Guzik. Kind of an awkward touch off of her fingertips, and it goes long. BYU leads 2-1.
Looks like a little bit of nerves to me. She's going up to approach that. A key for Portland was to hit high and utilize high hands in the block. That one just got away from her.
The Pilots go with the slide, and it is stuffed. Shayla Heft.
Sophomore middle blocker, Eschenberg, getting out there to close the gap. Read that perfectly. Good anticipation. That is one thing that Knighting and Eschenberg are so good at, anticipating.
BYU on a 3-0 run. Moiai, first service error of the match, comes from BYU. That makes it 3-2 Cougars. Izzy Guzik will serve for the Portland Pilots. Moiai subs out after that service rotation ends. Stetler receives. Ronnie Jones-Perry trying to go high hands and a little bit too high. That's hit long, and we're tied up at 3.
Epic had to come way out to get that pass on her second contact, past that 3 meters. So it's a hard ball for Perry to hit.
Guzik to serve again, and the Pilots deliver their first service error of the match, giving BYU a 1-point lead back here early in the first set at 4-3.
I like the aggression so far from the Pilots, though, at the service line. They're taking chances. They're finding the seams in between the passers, making it tough for BYU.
Epic to serve for the Cougars with that 1-point advantage. And that ball is hit off the pin. Heft once again affected by that BYU block on the right side of the Pilots net, and BYU leads 5-3. Lindy Haddock Epic, senior, out of Longmont, Colorado, has had a fantastic season as the setter for BYU. Roll shot, Epic is there to cover. Mary Lake, bump set, Ronnie Jones-Perry. She cleans up so many things.
A nice bump set from Lake as she takes that second contact when the setter's out on the first, and Perry adjusts. She comes the inside, but the block does not. And she's able to cut it sharp for a point.
Cross-court kill, Ronnie Jones-Perry, 6-3 BYU. Cougars go on a little bit of a run here early in the first set. There's a dig by Mary Lake. Maddie Robinson will pass it back over, and the Pilots will reset. This time, they find a seam. Well-struck ball by Reagan Pukas.
BYU starts with a fantastic dig to keep that ball alive. They send over a free ball, though, and it allows for the big hitter Pukas to get a good look. Nice cross-court kill.
Pukas, the senior from Tacoma, Washington, answers back to make it 6-4. Epic, middle set, Eschenberg. Nice dig in the back initially from Mackenzie Schwann. Her teammates not there to recover after the initial dig attempt, and it's 7-4 BYU.
One of the reasons BYU is so good, and you see the sets coming in from Epic, which are just phenomenal, but it is their ball control, that first contact, which allows her to get whatever they want offensively.
Tough serve from Ronnie Jones-Perry. And there's the block from BYU. But the Pilots do enough to earn the side out. and make it 7-5. Eschenberg there in the middle. Couldn't quite close off that block. And the Pilots work it through. And there's the second service error from Portland, this time via Callie Thompson. 8-5 BYU.
Both of those service errors have been long. So now you have to make that adjustment. The whole team need to recognize we're serving long. Let's take a little heat off of it. Keep the ball in.
Mary Lake will serve with a 3-point BYU advantage. Set from Thompson. Pukas blocked, but the Pilots there to cover. They'll try the other side of the net. And the Cougars granted an opportunity. McKenna Miller off the block. Thompson handles. Now Pukas once again, soft block. Robinson and Knighting there. McKenna Miller lines it up again on the bump set from Mary Lake.
Miller's going to clean it up. BYU out of system, but they make plays when they're out of system. That's why they're so good. She's going to take advantage, go to the outside of the block. Nice deep shot.
9-5 Cougars. Pukas receives that. Thompson gives it right back to Pukas. And the Pilots look a little bit disheveled. Uncharacteristic play right there. And essentially a free point given to BYU. The Cougars doubling up the Pilots here in set number 1, 10-5. Mary Lake still serving, the junior out of Palm Springs, California. Again, serves to Pukas. Thompson this time goes to the middle, and that is long from Katie Barker. The Cougars extend their lead to 6 at 11-5.
So they're doing enough to get a good pass, but they're just a little skittish attacking at the net. And that block for BYU so imposing, it's going to alter you mentally and physically when you go up to hit that ball.
And this will be a free ball back to BYU after another tough serve. Robinson dug by Thompson, but that will fly onto the opposite side of the net and out of bounds. 12-5 Cougars.
Madeline Robinson, 5'10" freshman, has taken advantage of a spot needed to be filled at the right side and comes away with a big-time hit for BYU to carry that momentum.
Jeff Baxter wants to talk it over with the Pilots. We'll take our first pick this season and extend their West Coast Conference record to 5-0, overall record to 15-0. Out of the timeout, BYU leading 12-5, and now it's 13-5. Reagan Pukas trying to go cross court and still long. Mary Lake will now serve, I believe, her 6th consecutive point for the Cougars. Thompson setting up Pukas. This time Pukas, good pass, good set, and finds a seam on the left side. Big swing and a needed side out.
She is their go-to on this left side, and they really need to get her going. 6 hitting errors on 15 attempts. That's just the 3rd kill of this set for Portland.
That's off the tape. Saved by Ronnie Jones-Perry, and McKenna Miller overpowers that Portland defense. 14-6.
Guzik trying to chase this ball down and just running into the media table, camera guy trying to keep it alive, but you gotta love the effort from Portland to keep that alive. BYU, so many lethal hitters. It's very hard to slow down just one, and then you're moving on to the next hitter that's bringing it out to you.
And that'll go as the second ace for the Portland Pilots. They open the match with one and deliver number 2 for their 7th point here in set number 1, courtesy of Lauren Knotts. Lauren Knotts is a local product. Went to Judge Memorial High School in Salt Lake City, Utah. She's got some family in the building. McKenna Miller and a solid dig, but that ball won't get back over to the other side of the net. I thought Carrie Williams was all over that.
She was fantastic to keep that ball up, but Thompson on the second contact couldn't keep it in play. And Williams has been in the right position majority of the time trying to keep that ball up. For the Pilots, it's just been trying to keep it alive and keep that ball in play on the second contact.
14-7 BYU. And that is long. Service error number 2 from BYU. Sydney Martindale just a bit long with that jump float. BYU still holding on to a 6-point advantage in set number 1. The Pilots trying to snap a 3-match skid. Easier said than done when you're on the road against #1 ranked BYU. They return the favor back to the Cougars, exchanging service errors.
Well, right now for the Pilots, they're not going to have a chance if they have this many errors. At the service line, attack errors, they have 6 attack errors, 3 service errors. BYU is too good.
Overpass, and no problem for Ronnie Jones-Perry. 16-8 BYU as Perry takes credit for the kill.
Perry has such a great read on a very smart player. When she came into this program, she was touching 10'2", worked really hard, now touches 10'8".
What a stab dig by McKenna Miller. Perry, tip shot. There to cover for Portland is Izzy Guzik, and that is off hands. And down for a side out to the Portland side, 16-9.
BYU had a chance off that dig from Miller, but a big point for Portland. They're able to get it through the block with those high hands.
BYU hitting 600, Portland hitting -118. Furthering your point, Kristen. Epic back set Knighting. And Knighting does a fantastic job. She got in the air, couldn't take a full swing, and then opted to go for the tip.
So that was a little bit tight to the net, and she adjusted, but Portland did not defensively. She placed that perfectly right up and over the top of the block. Libero not able to run through it and keep it alive.
Knighting, an underrated server as well. Carrie Williams there. Laura Knotts, and that is hit long. Again, the emphasis on Portland trying to go high hands against that imposing BYU block, and consistently hitting it too high. 18-9 BYU set #1. A reminder, our scoreboard sponsor is Brady Industries, a provider of commercial cleaning supplies and equipment. Knighting to serve once again. And that is frustration at its peak for Portland.
Baxter wants a timeout after that. That's just miscommunication. These are things that Portland can control. Not talking right now. Who's got the ball?
The Cougars have yet to lose a set against a conference foe.
And the way it's looking right now, it's going to be the same scenario. Unless Portland can clean it up a little bit, they've got to communicate. They've got to be able to take away those miscues. As you look at the series history, BYU leads at 13-1.
Solo block from Lindy Haddock Epic. Shuts down Guzik, and it's 20-9 BYU in set 1.
She is undersized on that right side, but she plays much taller with that vertical to get out and pick up the solo block.
Ronnie Jones-Perry there to block the forced tip shot from Portland. Now a free ball to the Cougars. Knighting, Epic, Ronnie Jones-Perry down the line. Third kill for Ronnie Perry. And the Cougars remain over 600 hitting in the set. As you take one more look at that solo block before Perry goes for her third kill. Thompson on the slide. And there you see the Pilots in system. Shayla Heft.
They love that slide off that one leg. I love that play, being able to really take advantage, use that power coming off the one leg. And you do see more of that from the Pilots. The thing with BYU, though, is they adjust. Now, can the hitters adjust for the Pilots?
Epic. And the pass was tight to the net. Or for the tip, and the Pilots with back-to-back points to make it 21-11. You just saw that solo block from a couple of different angles from Lindy Haddock Epic. Let's get some more on the senior from Longmont, Colorado, from Jason Shepard.
Coaches, every single person talks about how Lindy has been the spark plug for this team this year. With her being the setter, setting everybody up, she's one of the biggest reasons they say this team is on the roll they are. And let's be honest, if she's going to start adding solo blocks to the repertoire, look out, WCC.
Well stated, Jason Shepard. She has a balanced game going right now, and on cue delivers an ace. Second ace for the Cougars. And it's 23-11. BYU 2 points away from closing out a dominant opening set. And there again with the back set this time, Shayla Heft from Thompson. I would imagine that if the Pilots can build some momentum going from Thompson to Heft, that we'll see more of that in set number 2.
Yeah, their left sides haven't been effective. Hukis has a couple kills, but Heft right now seems like she's warming up, getting comfortable with that slide.
23-12. Williams to serve. Perry receives. Epic outside Maddie Robinson. Sharp cross court. And down for a kill. Set point BYU. Everybody in the Smith Fieldhouse, per tradition, on their feet. Perry will serve for the first set, and that one floats out for the third service error from BYU. Callie Thompson will serve to extend set number one for at least one more point. BYU in complete control, 24-13. Here comes the serve from Thompson. Miller sets off the serve, gets it back, and there is a block from the Pilots. So we'll go to a third set point.
They don't give up. They've been down with this set point, but they do not give up. And that is props to the team for a big-time block.
And a service error will end it in favor of BYU. 25-14, which is right on par with what Jason Shepard told us at the beginning of the broadcast. The average margin of victory in each individual set for the Cougars, 25-14. That's where we end frame number one. We'll be back with more West Coast Conference Women's Volleyball and the #1 ranked BYU Cougars after this. Baxter spent a couple of years at Portland before he took over as the head man. And again, what a start to his head coaching career, 12-0, trying to figure things out here in West Coast Conference play. And that is a figured out play for point number one in set number two as Reagan Pukas delivers the kill.
Well, they can get their big hitters going on the outside. That's going to open the middle. I thought that Hef did a good job in that first set, so take a little pressure off here. But Pukas is that player for them. She's really developed as a hitter. She is a multi-dimensional hitter now versus more of a one-dimensional as she was last year.
Pukas, 4 kills, hitting 200 for the match. Nice stab dig from Mackenzie Schwann. Pukas goes with the roll shot. Perry there to cover defensively for BYU. Stetler is dug by Williams. Thompson back out to Pukas. Another roll shot, and that finds an open spot in the floor. Portland with a 2-point advantage.
Just as I mentioned, that multi-dimensional, you have to be able to utilize other hits in your toolbox. These roll shots have been effective, and you see right there, she went back to it. Back-to-back roll shots, and that time it hits the court.
Williams now to serve. Stetler, Epic, and just a bomb from Ronnie Perry. BYU answers back.
Too much space in the block for a hitter like Perry. You can't give her that space. She will find it, and she will go right through the middle, going deep into the court.
Ronnie Perry now with 4 kills on the match. She led BYU in a sweep on Thursday with 10 kills. Overpass, and there's a gimme. Right back to Perry. Ties it up at 2 in set number 2.
That service pressure and allowing Perry to anticipate this going up. Portland cannot control that first pass. It's going to be a long set again.
That's pushed down the line. Stetler there, Epic. One more time, Ronnie Perry, and she overpowers Williams on that sharp angle. 3 consecutive kills for Ronnie Perry to bring her total to 6 for the match.
Now this is trouble for the Pilots. Once Perry gets going, she gets warmed up, gets comfortable. She is very, very tough to slow down, and right now they're showing they can't get out and close that gap on her with the ball.
Pukas, and that goes off the antenna, and an easy call in favor of BYU. The Cougars have rattled off 4 straight points after going down 2-0 here in set number 2. Jason Shepard, what'd you find out during the break?
Actually goes to what Kristen was just talking about in terms of the passing. That's what the coaching staff talked to the Pilots about. Said if we're going to have any chance in this match against BYU, we have got to find a way to pass the ball better. Spencer?
All right, thank you, Jason. It came out, looked pretty good. How about that big swing from Pukas? And a nice dig, but the joust is easily won by the Pilots at the net to make it 4-3.
Even just getting a half-decent pass to get it up there to Thompson. She has so much talent to be able to push that from the 3-meter line out to Pukas or get it where she wants. But if they can improve the passing, they're in a good position.
Thompson to serve. Received by Stetler. Epic. Quick set. Eschenberg on the side. Nice dig from Guzik. Free ball back to the Cougars. Jones-Perry. She's getting into beast mode.
That's how you do it. Free ball to a perfect set, out to your All-American, and she is just going to punish you. See right here, they push it quick to the pin. The block is chasing her out on that side, and they haven't been able to get out and close it.
Just like that, Ronnie Perry has 7 kills, and an aggressive serve mishandled will give BYU another opportunity. Maddie Robinson deflects off 2 Portland defenders before it goes into the net and down for a Robinson kill. 6-3 BYU.
I like this decision. You see that the middle anticipated it going out to Perry, but Epic goes to the freshman Robinson in a clear hole for her to hit into.
Robinson, 3 swings, 3 kills. That's off the soft block. Perry, and that one is hit just long. Certainly not shying away from taking a full swing.
And she can, because they're giving her so much space with that block. It's a one-on-one matchup, and that's the passing again for BYU, but also with what Epic's been able to do. I love her ball distribution. She's making very smart choices on when to set it up for those one-on-one matchups.
Lauren Knotts serves Perry. Epic cross-court set. Robinson. This time, nice dig by Knotts and Williams there. The block is there to cover for BYU as Guzik went for it. Dump kill attempt handled by BYU. Perry, what a rally. That's up. Williams, Guzik, roll shot. Epic has that. Mary Lake, bump set. Ronnie Jones-Perry through the block. Pancake dig is up. Back over to BYU in the middle. Eschenberg, and it's dug again. Stetler, Epic. Robinson finally finishes it off. What a point.
The longest rally by far in this match so far, and that was a huge point for BYU. It's an emotional point. Everybody putting in all this effort, and it's kept alive by Williams. See her stretch out with that pancake play. Great effort on both sides of the net.
Go ahead and clip that off, put it out on the social media stratosphere. 7-4 BYU set number 2. The block, McKenna Miller and Eschenberg teaming up. Left side, BYU block.
Third block of the match for BYU, just their first in this set. You see good read. She lined up with that arm. Kept those hands turned to the inside.
Perry serves, 8-4 BYU set number 2. Guzik can't get through Robinson and Eschenberg. Guzik will try the roll shot. That's again off a soft block. Mary Lake sets McKenna Miller, and Williams is late to dig on that right side. 9-4 BYU.
Miller makes a nice adjustment as she attacks this ball. Waits for it, moves her feet to the ball, and then reads the block. And she loves that cross-court corner.
Timeout on the floor. BYU leading 1-0 and already off to a 5-point advantage in set 2. In a gorgeous fall afternoon. If you're a BYU fan, you see some gorgeous volleyball. Other than that service error from Ronnie Jones-Perry, BYU leads 9-5 in set number 2. They took set number 1 25-14. Great to have you with us. Wherever and however you're connected, alongside Kristen Kozlowski, I am Spencer Linton. Jason Shepard, once again, is our sideline reporter today. Perry receives, Epic, middle set to the middle blocker. Kennedy Eschenberg, and she delivers.
The center's going to place this right into her hands. A little bit more of an off speed, a little higher, but allows the 6'4" Eschenberg to go up and get it.
10-5. Mary Lake serving for BYU. Guzik receives. Bump set from Knotts. Guzik, forced roll shot. Essentially a free ball back to BYU, and Maddie Robinson went cross court, but just a little bit too long on that sharp angle.
Middle and right side coming into the season was kind of up for grabs. The graduation, injuries to Sarah Hampson, and Robinson, the true freshman in there. She's playing well. She's continued to grab the minutes and try to take advantage on the right side. That time just missed a little too long.
Mackenzie Schwann. Robinson there. Bump set Perry. McKenna Miller off the block. Mary Lake covers. Epic back out to Miller again, and that's hit long, trying to go high hands. Back-to-back points for the Pilots brings the score to 10-7.
A much better start for Portland, and I believe it's been attributed to that back row play. They've been digging more balls. They have 7 digs in this set alone. moving, covering their hitters, doing a fantastic job defensively.
Heather Knighting, quick set in the middle. As Epic continues to balance where she's going with the ball very well. 11-7.
It's just too easy for BYU when you get a pass that good. I mean, it is right in the spot you want for Epic to go up and set her middle.
Sydney Martindale will serve. And going back to a point you just made, Kristen, Portland didn't win that crazy rally we saw moments ago, but there is momentum and confidence gained in that moment. And as soon as I say that, an ace goes to BYU.
Setting it up every time. That time Williams needs to step up and take that ball. So she is their better passer. She's a libero out there. You that leader go and get the ball.
And she's let a couple of those go like that. 12-7 BYU, set number 2. The Cougars looking to go up 2-0. Epic there for the block. Free ball back to the Cougars. Knighting, and Epic is set up by Knighting, unbeknownst to all of Portland, as she catches them off guard. Speaking of the Pilots, with that dump kill, 13-7 BYU.
Now she is good for about 1.5 of those per set. Just anticipates well, good timing, and then finding the open court.
Sydney Martindale serves Williams. Thompson outside. Guzik tried to go down the line and hit that left and out of bounds. 14-7 BYU.
This is a great instrument to measure yourself against. Going against the #1 team in the nation, you hope to come in and have that chance to really upset them, but you've got to be able to compete, and that's where teams are at, is where can we compete and how long can we compete with BYU.
See by Knotts on the slide. The block this time is there. 6'1" McKenna Miller, 6'4" Heather Knighting, shutting down Shayla Heft.
And BYU just clicking on all cylinders right now. Very active at the net defensively. They get good penetration over the net. You see them reaching over and driving that ball back down.
Martindale serves again. Knotts, Thompson. Heft is denied. Correction. Cassidy Naone, this time on the left side. But that same blocking combo up front. 16-7 BYU. Six consecutive points for the Cougars to make it 16-7. Naone, oh, what a dig! And saved by Mary Lake and Martindale. Now the Cougars try and respond again, but they can't. Naone this time finds a seam and gets the side out for the Pilots. Wow.
Martindale keeping it up. You see Lake right here. Both of them stretching out, laying their bodies out. And Portland makes a great play to come away with the point. Naone was a bright spot on that left side. Now she's serving for Pilots.
Epic backline kill. The bit from Ronnie Jones-Perry. 17-8. She's got 8 kills to lead everyone. Going back to Martindale and Lake for BYU. Mary Lake told us jokingly a while back on BYU Sports Nation that her entire body is just one big bruise during the season.
Yeah.
Just perma bruise.
But she loves that. Like, it's like, how many bruises do I have? Though she'll count up the bruises.
Thompson, Heft, dug by Lake. Epic. This time the tip shot handled by Portland, and side out back to BYU, rather point back to BYU, 18-8. Reagan Pukas thought maybe she got a touch.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough thing. It looked like it just bounced off the net to me and rolled out.
Cougars with a double-digit lead, taken back down to 9. Last time the Pilots went to the slide, it was stuffed. This time, BYU not quick on the recovery, and Heft made him pay.
And Knighting chasing it out there to Heft and goes right in between. They're not hip to hip. I like that they don't shy away from it. Even though they got stuffed, keep going back to what you know to be positive.
There's the second dump kill, primarily because of the pass tight to the net, and Epic slams it down.
And you see the block for the Portland Pilots, just not aware at all, not paying attention to the setter. They're anticipating already going out to that left side.
Knighting to serve. BYU leading 19-9 in set number 2. shot down the line. Knighting there, and there is Haddock with her first kill of the match. Lacey Haddock, twin sister of Lindy Haddock Epic, on the floor together and enjoying a 20-9 lead in set 2. Now a substitution for BYU, as Allison Stapleton will check into the match. Heather Olmsted looking to build some depth here. And Stapleton in just in time to watch an ace from Heather Knighting.
She's a fantastic server for BYU. You mentioned earlier, just underrated as a server.
Slide. And Portland responds with Katie Barker. Haven't heard a ton from Barker today.
Barker's a game changer for this team. She's kind of that X factor.
With Katie Barker. Haven't heard a ton from Barker today.
Barker's a game changer for this team. She's kind of that X factor that Coach Baxter referred to when she kind of gets
110. Martindale receives. Epic out to Haddock. The block is there. Barker involved in it. The ball is still alive if it climbs over the net, and it does. Still, the Pilots looking to make it 2 straight. They can't do it. Stetler. Epic is dug by Williams. Pukas with Lake and Epic there, and now Haddock tried to go down the line, and the point goes to Portland. Well-earned point for the Pilots, 21-11.
This is good volleyball right here as both teams laying out, keeping the ball alive defensively at the net, the back row defensively. And you see a big-time block from the Pilots. I love it.
Callie Thompson. On the slide, Stapleton is blocked. Barker and Pukas over there, and it's 21-12.
Portland with 2 blocks in the match total. BYU with 5.
Callie Thompson to serve once again. Martindale, Epic. They go right back to Stapleton. She is dug by Emma Scanlon. Free ball back to the Cougars. Stetler, dug by Thompson. Scanlon, bump set for Pukas. She'll take a full swing. Martindale there for the dig. Epic sets Haddock. Roll shot off the soft block. And the BYU block there, but it pinballs around and the Pilots keep it up. Epic, soft block once again. Pukas, blocked by Stapleton and Haddock, and Pukas is stuffed again. Very long rally, second we've seen here in the second set, and both have gone in favor of BYU.
And these rallies are due to a much improved defensive back row from Pilots to cover their hitters, keep it alive. As you look at this right here, BYU too much at the net with the block. Pukas, it was tight to the net, and she took a full swing. Very easy read for BYU.
22-12, BYU in set 2. And that has enough mustard on it to get through the block in the middle part of the net from BYU, out for a Portland Pilot point, 22-13. Lauren Knotts back to serve. Lake, Epic, and that's over Stapleton. Maddie Robinson forced to pass that ball back over to the Pilots. Dig in the middle once again by BYU, and it didn't come in the most conventional way. Took a little longer than BYU would have liked, but Robinson delivers the kill to make it 23-13.
That is a big-time pop-up by Lake to keep that ball alive. There was no block up, and then take a look at the freshman Robinson. She is a younger Perry to me in the making, watching her skill set as a true freshman to go up and put that ball away.
Maddie Robinson, 5 kills on 7 swings. She's hitting .571. And another substitution for the Cougars. Taylor Tasinga is in. Looking to help BYU close out set number 2. Overpass on a tough serve from Haddock. Somehow the Pilots earned that point. That's impressive recovery as a team right there.
Naone on that left side, able to get it through the block. Tasinga's in good position, just couldn't move her feet quick enough to pop it up.
23-14, Katie Barker. And a tough serve has put Portland in position to close this thing out for another point. They do just that, Shayla Heft.
And some of the starters out for BYU. This is where the Pilots need to take advantage and really try to build on this momentum. They've strung together a couple points.
23-15 now. Barker still serving. Backline kill. Tasinga sets up Lacey Haddock from the 3-meter line, and it's set point for BYU in set number 2 at 24-15. Mary Lake. Naone receives. Tip shot. Tasinga is there. Knighting sets Robinson. Roll shot. No problem for the Pilots. Thompson will go back to Naone. Can't get through the block. Thompson this time. Now free ball back from Liz Rich. Knighting down the middle. BYU closes out set number 2, 25-15 to go along with a 25-14 opening set victory.
Freshman to freshman right here. You see the chemistry. Knighting stretching up, going all the way up to go get it. And I like the decision. They have a great chemistry across the board from their hitters to the setter. BYU, the first 2 sets, just dominated across every single category.
2 sets to none, BYU. Stetler, epic bump set. Ronnie Jones-Perry is roofed by Thompson and Heft. And Portland, fun fact, have began each and every one of these sets with the lead.
That's a big positive. Now keep that lead, and they do pretty good for the first couple of points. Then BYU gets going.
Perry, this time over the block and down for her 9th kill of the match.
Yeah, she wasn't going to get blocked that time. You could see the determination in her. But a good, quick push to the outside by Epic. She got that ball to the pin quickly, and Perry adjusting to come to the ball with her feet.
1-1 set number 3. BYU won the first 2 sets, 25-14, 25-15. Keani Moyai serves Scanlon. Thompson. Pukas tried to go sharp cross court, and that's too far right. 2-1 BYU after back-to-back points for the Cougars.
Multiple players for BYU. They are communicating, yelling at each other, making sure they follow that ball, tracking it all the way out of bounds.
Moyai to serve again. Right back to Scanlon. Thompson, Pukas one more time. And Pukas overpowers the BYU block to make it 2-2.
Pukas now has 7 kills, 6 hitting errors. It took her a little bit to get going and get used to that BYU block and adjust. She's had 24 total swings.
Carrie Williams. There's Stetler. Another tight to the net pass. Epic tried to dump kill. Now after an exchange here, Ronnie Jones-Perry, the roll shot, and good effort from Carrie Williams to try and pancake that ball up. But it eventually falls out of play, 3-2 BYU.
Stetler in the right position, runs through this ball to pop it up, kept it alive, and Williams had good effort right here. She's gonna pancake that ball. It just came off her hand a little awkward.
3-2 Cougars. The Pilots go to the slide. There to cover at the net. Robinson, bump set from Lake to Ronnie Jones-Perry, pushes down the line. It ends up with Thompson and Pukas, and that is an excellent teardrop shot from Reagan Pukas.
It's something she's perfected, just an off speed to go up and over the net. She's tracking the block, so she's doing a good job of identifying, keeping the ball in front of her, where the block's at, and then trying to work around it.
Callie Thompson, junior setter from Las Vegas, Nevada, comes with an aggressive serve and a 3-3 score in set 3. Maddie Robinson off the block to make it 4-3 BYU.
Robinson, nice hard swing. She hits a heavy ball. That time choosing to go high hands. So gets the block touch.
Ronnie Perry serving, 1-point BYU lead in set 3. Pretty good bump set from Thompson to Pukas, and now a hard fall underneath the net.
And that's Pukas on the ground.
And Pukas in some clear pain, took an awkward fall. If we take a closer look at that exchange, the tip shot, did she land on something?
Watch her ankle, watch how she comes down and maybe just collided with. Man, it's hard to tell exactly what she did to injure herself.
Trying to slow down and keep balance, maybe tweak that left knee. Sure.
Right there.
Where's the foot, the ankle perhaps?
Well, you
yeah,
see,
okay.
she kind of stepped down but then stepped on Maddie Robinson's foot and tweaked her foot a little, maybe hit her head as she came down as well. Glad to see she's up though, because she's a crucial part for the Pilots.
And we are happy to see Reagan Pukas get back up. Seems a little bit shaken up, but
it's almost
shaking
like
off the cobwebs. Yeah, did she get hit in the head on the way down?
The way that she's blinking and trying to shake it off, it looks like she took a shot to the head somewhere.
5-3. Scanlon receives. Pukas right back up off the block. Mary Lake there. Maddie Robinson. And you are astute in your observation when you compare the skill set, the approach, the swinging motion that both Robinson and Ronnie Jones-Perry share.
So similar to me, and you see Robinson in that one-on-one opportunity created by their setter Epic and takes advantage going to the inside.
6-3 BYU. Opportunity here for the Cougars in transition. Eschenberg off the block. Williams there. Pukas covers her own blocked shot. Joust at the net. Robinson pushes it back over. Dump kill attempt. 2 BYU players there. Lake leading the charge to cover. Another joust. And now pushed outside to McKenna Miller. Unorthodox, but effective once it goes outside to McKenna Miller.
You're going to have crazy plays throughout volleyball. It's just a given. And BYU able to make something with this crazy play out of system, get a good swing from McKenna Miller. She picks up the kill through the block.
4 straight points for BYU. And that ends the 4-0 run. Katie Barker goes right at Ronnie Jones-Perry.
She's keeping it cool, but you know as a hitter, once you hit somebody right in the face, right in the shoulder, the chest, that feels good as a hitter. Barker needed that one.
Barker has been the offensive star. Hasn't taken a ton of swings. 5 kills on 10 total attacks, hitting .400. And that'll help the percentage.
There she is again. At BYU with that overpass. Barker recognizing very quickly. And just being focused. The discipline to stay at the net, recognize when to go up, and just put this one away. We mentioned that hitting percentage. She's now at .455. Really the only player that's hitting the ball well.
Eschenberg. Pass, set, in system. Eschenberg finishes it off to make it 8-5.
And just right behind Epic. It is a nice set.
Through the block, and the whistle blows. They're going to get Portland into the net, so point BYU.
After that first set, I do feel like the Pilots have done a much better job cleaning up those miscues, those errors, as we saw an into the net error.
9-5 BYU. Lake. Overpass from Naona, and Heather Knighting has an overpass kill.
Pressure from the service line, creating this opportunity from Knighting. You see nothing Thompson can do.
This time Thompson goes right back to that offensive spark, Katie Barker, who now has 7 kills and is hitting an even .500 to go along with a dig and 2 blocks. Barker back to serve for the Pilots now at 10-6 in set number 3. BYU up 2 sets to none. Cougars with a 4-point advantage here in the third frame. Make it a 5-point advantage. Heather Knighting with her 6th kill. And if you like what the middle Katie Barker is doing for Portland, Heather Knighting has 6 kills on 7 swings.
BYU does a good job involving their middles. They get them going early and then throughout the match, and that's where the block gets occupied for the Pilots, giving those seams and the open looks for the pin hitters.
Martindale, as that ball dives down and hits shallow into the Pilots' side of the net from Shayla Heft. Cougars starting to pull away here in set 3, up 12-6. Thompson goes back set. And Knighting and Miller have been a nightmare for the Pilot hitters when they are in this rotation on the net.
So you got Miller at 6'1" and then Knighting at 6'4" coming together. That is a big block on the left side. You see reaching up over the net. BYU now has 7 blocks as a team.
3 for Knighting, 3 for Miller. Off the soft block. Back row attack from Ronnie Jones-Perry. What a dig by Williams. Lake will set off of the Pilots' offer, and McKenna Miller is dug. And a well-deserved point as Cassidy Naone pays off the defensive effort most recently from Laura Knotts, who was in on there.
Knotts and Williams keeping the ball alive. And here's a look at the kill. Knighting just not quite there. Not getting all the way out hip to hip. And Pilots have done a good job of identifying that seam and taking advantage.
Nice job by Epic just to keep that ball in play. BYU's defense there. Heft off the block, dug by Perry. Tip shot from Knighting with the left hand, and that just goes well left. And one of the easier points that Portland has earned today off of the attack error from Knighting.
The set was pretty low. Not much she could do with that ball other than to try and just tip it, keep it in play, and too far out of bounds.
And a service error. Those frustration situations, Mackenzie Schwann. A little bit too much float on that serve, and it's 14-8 BYU. BYU trying to close out another sweep. They have not lost a set in West Coast Conference play and look like they are not going to do that today. Ronnie Perry as Lake is covering. And are they going to call...
We're going to call back row attack.
A back row, yeah, okay, a back row attack on Lindy Epic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's back row. She cannot come above the net to get it. There's a great block from the Pirates. You see as she comes up, if her hand goes above the net to place that ball on the other side of the net, then that's a back row attack when she is on the back row.
Cassidy Naone, tough serve. And a double hit is called on BYU to make it 14-10.
There's some momentum now. A shift for Portland. Take advantage. They have a great server up. A good rotation with Pukas on the front row.
The aggressive serve, much to the liking of Portland coach Jeff Baxter. Martindale down low. Martindale, cross-court set to Ronnie Jones-Perry. That ends the mini run from Portland and takes BYU back to a 5-point advantage at 15-10. Timeout on the floor. BYU up 2-0, leading in set number 3 at 15-10. The Cougars trying to remain perfect in West Coast Conference play in more than one way.
On the set tight to the net, or the pass tight to the net rather. So she's trying to make something with it. So effective with that left hand.
Pukas, roll shot, Knighting, no problem there covering on the line. Epic sets Ronnie Jones-Perry this time. Ball is up from Williams. Pukas will give it another go, trying to go off high hands. Martindale there. Epic, quick set in the middle, solo stuff. Shayla Heft gets the better of Kennedy Eschenberg.
6'2" junior right there. She was the WCC Player of the Week to open up preseason, to start everything off. Big time block. Good read to stay with the middle.
Williams serving and received by Riley Lyman for BYU. Now over to the Portland side. Lyman, nice dig. That's back in play on the Portland side. Pukas, roll shot. Mary Lake there. Epic. Ronnie Jones-Perry. And another great dig. This one from Schwann for Portland. Pukas off hands, and it's 16-12.
The effort and intensity from the Pilots in a few of these rallies, they've matched BYU and they've come away with the points. Those are great things to build off. And a fairly young team. They only have 2 seniors. They have 8 sophomores, so very sophomore heavy.
Lyman to Epic, Eschenberg. And you'll see this more often than not. When one of the players is blocked on the BYU side, Epic likes to go right back to that area and help them regain confidence.
That is why she is such a phenomenal setter, because she knows who to go to, knows who needs that set, and going right back to her middle in Eschenberg.
17-12. And it just feels like a much more competitive third set here. Robinson off the bump set from Lake. Joust ball at the net, pushed over on the BYU side. Another bump set. Maddie Robinson should be rewarded with a fortunate break.
Kept those fingertips in control and just put that ball where she wanted to. She's got 8 kills.
18-12 BYU. Set number 3. Our scorebox sponsor, Brady Industries, a provider of commercial cleaning supplies and equipment. Lindy Epic to serve with that 6-point BYU lead to Williams. Thompson sets Pukas. Advantage Reagan Pukas. The Pilots showing a little bit of toughness here in set number 3.
It took them a little bit. I felt like in the first set there was a big intimidation factor. BYU very imposing at the net, but they have gotten warmed up. They've gotten confident. Pukas, their leader, has gotten some big time hits on that left side.
Service error from Portland. That's the 7th of the match for the Pilots, giving BYU a 19-13 advantage. BYU for the match, hitting .321. Portland has improved their number to 43, and I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but after the dismal first set the Pilots had hitting negative, this is a marked improvement. Maddie Robinson, another dig from Callie Thompson this time. Pukas. And that's down. Reagan Pukas.
Pukas has matched Perry's 11 kills for the match high. Big time dig from Thompson. William picks up the set with the bump set. Pukas, good location in between the passers.
Pukas 11 kills, 39 swings, however. She has really earned those 11 kills. 19-14, BYU trying to close out the sweep. McKenna Miller. And Mary Lake calls off her teammates, saying that ball's going to fall out of bounds, and it does. A McKenna Miller kill, her 5th of the match, 20-14 BYU. Miller hitting .231 with a couple of digs and 3 blocks. Mary Lake serving now. Thompson back set in the middle, and Mary Lake wasn't sure if that ball was pancaked up. It hit the floor.
It took a little bit for the officials to blow their whistle, but it for sure hit the floor. Mary Lake keeps playing though. You see right here, not quite enough from Epic to get it.
20-15. BYU won the first set 25-14, won the second at 25-15. Already the Pilots have equaled that second set total here. BYU now 4 points away after an overwhelming kill from Heather Knighting in the middle.
The middles for BYU so effective. Eschenberg, she's got 4 kills, hitting .333 for the match. And then Knighting now with 6 kills, 7 on that one.
Robinson serves Williams. McKenna Miller stabs that ball up. Now gets it back, tries to go down the line. Portland defense there. Cassidy Nalane can't get through the block. Heft can, as she reset, loaded, and then delivered the kill. 21-16.
I like the play of Pat. She's a beast at the net for Portland. That's what they've needed. And not to back down from the BYU block, but to continue just to be aggressive and play her game.
And an ace. Mackenzie Schwann. And that is her second ace of the match for Portland.
For Schwann, her 17th of the season. She's one of their top servers.
21-17. We go right back at Martindale. Epic sets Miller off the block. Naone. Thompson. Naone will get it right back. BYU's block there. Ronnie Jones-Perry up to help out. Epic cross-court set. McKenna Miller. Her 6th kill.
Nice job from Epic to push that ball. It was a tough pass. She came well beyond the 3-meter line to go back and then pushed it all the way out to the pin for Miller.
Now Miller will serve with a 22-17 lead, and she dials up an ace.
I love her reactions. Just the smile on her face every play.
Meanwhile, the Cougars just trying to close things out here. Dig by Sydney Martindale. Ronnie Jones-Perry. Williams with the dig on that side. Cassidy Naone is off the block of Haddock and Knighting. Thompson will go right back to Naone, and that's through the block. 23-18.
Thompson keeps that set low, but they've been doing an excellent job of driving their feet to the ball and getting a good swing. Even though it's low, they're going through the block, just hitting that inside hand of Knighting. Naone serving. Riley Lyman receives. And a free ball back to the Pilots. On the slide. Whoa, big block, but the recovery there from Naone. Dig from Mary Lake on Pukas. Ronnie Jones-Perry, tip shot over. Heft there. Now Thompson and Pukas once again. Mary Lake. Again, they're defensively for BYU. Ronnie Perry down the line, and we have match point. Ronnie Perry with 12 kills to lead every player here in this midfield house. Perry doing a little bit of everything to pick up this point, back and forth, swinging away, and then comes away with the kill.
Mary Lake with 2 digs on that rally, by the way. She's got 12 for the match. Pukas trying to earn at least one more point. Opportunity for BYU to close it out. Perry